and build a new nation rooted in equality, human rights, is amongst the greatest feats and achievements of modern history. The 27th of April 1994 was a victory for non-racialism, for non-sexism, for human dignity and progress, not just in South Africa, but everywhere. It was a victory for reconciliation. The democratic breakthrough that we achieved was much about liberating South Africans from apartheid, as it was about freeing white South Africans from their prejudice and fear. As President Nelson Mandela said, the system of apartheid robbed both the oppressed and the oppressor alike of their humanity. Before the 27th of April 1994, many believed that our country would descend into a racial war. Many believed that given how deep the wounds of mistrust were, that we would turn against each other, slaughter each other, kill each other. And yet we did not do so. Together we worked hard and with purpose to bring about a reconciliation between the races in our country. We must never let our spirits be dampened by detractors, whether they be abroad or in our own country, who want to diminish what we achieved in 1994 and in the years that have followed. South Africa's democracy is young. Most of the world's more established democracies are over 100 years old. We are just babies. The progress that has been made in a relatively short period of 30 years is something of which we can and should all be proud. In his great work called Revolution of the Aged, the poet Njabulo Ndebele writes, "It is a blind progeny that acts without indebtedness to the past," close quotes. It is only those who willfully will not see, who shut their eyes to progress, who will deny that South Africa today is an infinitely better place than it was 30 years ago. We have established a society founded on the rule of law and the premise of equality before the law. Our country has changed. Barata kapa barati lefatshe lena le fetohile. Naho ba sa zwifuni bangwe eli shango lo shanduka na hambi va nga swi lavi tiko leri la hina a ra ha fani na tiko leriya a hi hanya ka rona a hansi ka apartheid. We have built democratic institutions and have read our statute books, our law books of racist and sexist apartheid laws. As the democratic state, we have worked to restore the dignity of all the people of South Africa, particularly the dispossessed, the marginalized, and the vulnerable. Over the past 30 years, we have sought to implement policies and programs that advance equality and human dignity in areas like economic empowerment, education, healthcare, social support, and the provision of basic services. During apartheid, the policies, programs, and services of the state had a strict racial bias and hierarchy. Our task over the last 30 years has been to bridge the huge divides of wealth and opportunity in our country between black and white, between men and women, between urban and rural dwellers. We have done so not only to correct the injustices of the past, but also that we may realize the full potential of an economy in which every person has a stake and in which every person has the opportunity to make a meaningful contribution. Although there have been setbacks, and there have been quite a few, although we have faced challenges both beyond our borders and here at home, our economy has tripled in size since 1994. While unemployment still remains our greatest and most pressing challenge, the number of South Africans in employment increased from 8 million in 1994 to over 16 million now. Through affirmative action, broad-based black economic empowerment, worker share ownership programs, and progressive labor laws, we have brought about transformative change in South Africa's boardrooms and on the shop floor. In South Africa today, more than 500,000 workers are part owners of the companies that they work for. This is about 1 in every 20 workers in the formal economy. The proportion of black people in senior management positions in both government and business has increased many times. We still have a long way to go before we can declare that all South Africans do indeed share in the wealth of their own country. But we have made much progress, and we are determined to do much more. Today, our social development system benefits all, providing vital support to the poor and the vulnerable, women and children. The democratic state has, through its healthcare programs, brought down child mortality, improved life expectancy, and made important strides towards overcoming the HIV/AIDS pandemic. Working together, we have opened doors of learning and culture. We have invested in improving and building new schools, new colleges, and 2 new universities. We have vastly increased the number of matriculants, graduates, and young skilled people. Although we have much further to go, we have worked to ensure that poverty is no barrier to a decent education. We have introduced no-fee schools and a feeding scheme in our schools. We have expanded funding to students from poor and working-class families and are now focused on early childhood development. By working together, we have broken down many of the barriers of race and gender, ensuring that all parts of society better reflect South Africa's diverse population. We see this in our classrooms, in our places of higher learning, in government, in our parliament, in our judiciary, in our security forces, and in our defense force. We see the diversity of South Africa in our sports associations, in our religious groups, in our public spaces and businesses, at our embassies, and on our trade missions. In South Africa today, our Bill of Rights is the foundation for a society that is rooted in equality regardless of race, gender, sex, or sexual orientation. Women in South Africa today enjoy full equality before the law. As a society, we have made significant advances in giving effect to the rights of women. We have worked together to ensure that women are empowered in the home, in communities, in society, and in the economy. The women of South Africa have stood up for themselves. They have fought for equal representation in positions of responsibility in the state, in academia, in business, in sport, in the culture as well. Close to half of the members of parliament, the judges on our benches and magistrates are women. More than 60% of the public servants in our government are women. In South Africa today, girls learn alongside boys in our primary and secondary schools and receive equal education. Last year, more girls passed the matric exam and got more distinctions than their male counterparts. That is something to be celebrated. There are currently more female students enrolled at institutions of higher learning like our colleges and our universities than males. In working to affirm the dignity of all South Africans, we have recognized the different ways in which people are discriminated against and oppressed. South Africa is a beacon for the protections it affords to the LGBTQAI+ community. Although we have much further to go, we have worked to overcome prejudice that is perpetrated against people with disabilities, people with albinism, and many other people in our country who are vulnerable. We have sought to affirm the rights and improve the circumstances of persons with disabilities. We are still working to remove the barriers that prevent persons with disabilities from realizing their full potential and living lives of comfort, security, and material well-being. Centuries of colonialism and apartheid dispossessed black people of their most basic possession, the land. Since the advent of democracy, we have pursued land reform, distributing millions of hectares of land to those who had been forcibly dispossessed and providing security of tenure to many others who had lived on the land of their grandfathers and grandmothers for generations. We have built houses, clinics, hospitals, roads, and constructed bridges, dams, and many other facilities. We have brought electricity, water, and sanitation into millions of South African homes. All those who cast their vote for a better South Africa in 1994 laid the foundation for a democracy that enhanced South Africa's standing in the international community and opened up opportunities for engagement and cooperation. As a democratic country, the new South Africa was able to build alliances, to negotiate trade agreements, and participate in international organizations, and to advance the interests of its people in various of these organizations. South Africa is an important voice on the world stage and an active member of the African Union. We are very much a part of our beloved continent, Africa. We continue to pursue a foreign policy that is premised on social justice, in pursuit of peace and a just world order, and that advances the African agenda and the agenda for the global South. Fellow South Africans, to those born after 1994, the impact and meaning of our democracy is very different from those who lived during apartheid. And yet, apartheid's legacy and its dark shadow continues to cast on our future and defines the choices and opportunities of so many South Africans. We know that despite our achievements, South Africa remains a highly unequal society. Our people confront every day the apartheid legacy of unemployment, of poverty and underdevelopment. Crime, especially crimes of violence against women and children, are a scourge in our communities. Despite great progress, many households do not have electricity or clean water. There are still many families that go hungry. There is a huge divide between the rich and the poor in our country. We see this divide in access to health care, in access to safe transport, and proximity to services and work opportunities. At times, it seems that these challenges threaten to undermine the achievements we've made over the past 30 years. And yet we know that if we work together, if we harness the same spirit of unity that we did in 1994, we will surely overcome these challenges that confront us. History shows us that by working together in pursuit of a common goal, we will and can succeed. Our journey since 1994 has proved that we are a nation of optimism. We are a resilient nation. We are also a nation that has great hope. We believe in a better tomorrow, and it is within our hands to shape our collective destiny. It is within our hands to rebuild South Africa and make it a place of equal opportunity, and shared prosperity, where no one is left behind. At his inauguration here at the Union Buildings on the 10th of May 1994, President Nelson Mandela spoke of the realization of our democratic breakthrough. He said that the sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. Let us stand together, united in purpose, to build a future where the promise of freedom rings true for every single South African. Let freedom reign throughout our country. Let freedom reign in all the endeavors that we embark upon in our lives as South Africans. We are a country that is full of promise. We are a country that proved to the world and all that we could overcome what the world thought we would never, racial oppression. We did overcome it working together as South Africans. We can overcome all the other challenges that face us right now. May God bless South Africa and protect her people. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. President Ramaphosa riurata kaufela. President Ramaphosa riurata kaufela. President Ramaphosa riurata kaufela. I don't want to sing. Mr. President, Deputy President and former President Mbeki, when many of you left your country of your birth, South Africa, because you were not recognized as citizens, many left the country using sports, arts and culture to tell the story and the conditions of the oppressed people. Many of them, they continue to do so now, to fly international stage, to tell a South African story. Through their Iskatamia and Mbube, Lady Smith Black Mambazo continue to shine. I therefore invite Eskam Shengu to come on stage. Lady Smith Black Mambazo. Thank you very much.
She's a rich girl, she don't try to hide it. Diamonds on the soles of his shoes. She's a poor boy, empty as a pocket with nothing to lose. Say, ta-na-na, ta-na-na, she got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Ta-na-na, ta-na-na, she got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Rich girl, diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Hangishiela no matemba. Oh yeah, no matemba. Oh yeah, John. Oh yeah, no matemba. Oh yeah, no matemba. La sapalula twake. Usopala wena bo. Usopala wena. Usopala
Somebody sing. Somebody sing. Hello, hello, hello. Somebody say. Somebody cry. Why? Somebody say. Itomano. Kulumani. Kulumani senjani. Baya chabula basitanda.
Andagazilu towards you. Uvelanze kwanzeke lilungelunge lakho mkhana. Lilungelunge lakho mkhana. Lilungelunge lakho mkhana. Lilungelunge lakho mkhana. Lilungelunge lakho uhlale kahle. Lilungelunge lakho mfana wetha. Lilungelunge uhlale kuNkulunkulu. Lilungelunge lakho usathane. Lilungelunge khona ubuyele ekhaya. Lilungelunge lakho mfana wetha. Lilungelunge lakho mkhanami. Lilungelunge lakho mkhanami. Lilungelunge lakho eqedi imbonombolo. Lilungelunge lakho ubusa. Lilungelunge athuma eqedi imbonombolo. Lilungelunge lakho sishoboloze. Lilungelunge kudla sendabi kudla mawa. Iyakhona yejozi. Iyakhona ekakasi. Chintshi hamba qola yombi. Sibambe phezulu kanje. Lilungelunge lakho kudla mawa. Lilungelunge lakho popo. Lilungelunge lakho mkhanami. Lilungelunge lakho mkhanami. Lilungelunge lakho popo. Lilungelunge lakho mkhanami. Lilungelunge lakho mkhanami. Lilungelunge lakho lelilungelo. Lilungelunge lakho lelilungelo. Lilungelunge lakho lelilungelo. Lilungelunge lakho popo. Lilungelunge lakho mkhanami. Lilungelunge lakho mkhanami. Lilungelunge lakho mkhanami. Lilungelunge lakho mkhanami. Lilungelunge Sikom siya baba, sikom sensiswa, sikom sentombi, akom kanami, akom kanami, akom
Can we give them a big round of applause? In the context of 30 years of democracy, Mr. President, if you listen to their music, it was a response to and a reaction to apartheid oppression. When they sing a song, Homeless, they were homeless in their own country. That's what the song Homeless means. At this stage, I shall now invite Mr. President again to entertain you and the people of South Africa. A collaboration which has been put together by the President of Amapiano, Tshwane, directed by DJ Maphorisa, and all of them, they're going to show different musical journey. Can they all come on stage? It's over to you.
We are celebrating 30 years of freedom! 30 years of freedom! Kudala sinolengilele mpumelelo, zazi kwasesithola nenkululeko, asisabi lutho thina siphethe umkhondo, sizowela. Asa! 1, 2! Dala nasilwelela nempumelelo, zazi nasisithola nenkululeko, asisabi lutho thina siphethe umkhondo, sizowela. We are a dancing nation. One thing about us as a nation, we like dancing. Ah! We like dancing. Woza! Woza! Asam! Amanda! Amanda! 30 years of freedom! Thank you so much. Wonke umuntu lapha. Igama lami kukhanyisa Tshwane. I am a proud South African. I am a happy South African. And I can't wait for these elections. Hi boy, hi boy, hi boy, freedom, 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 free. What's our assignment? Freedom, freedom, freedom. Aye. What's that?
Sure. Yo, Sila. Ewe. Are you ready for Rubber Boy?
Let's see.
Fida.
Eita.
Hola.
Asabe, don't rest.
Vuga.
Batini, let's rock.
Waza.
Asabe, chilled vibes.
Hola.
Asabe, live life.
Pila.
Batini, location.
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up?
Sila. Sila.
Batini, location.
Sila.
Asabe, siwu, bisiwu. Batini, siwu, bisiwu. Amiza, siwu, bisiwu. Asabe, ni location.
Sila.
Which one is this one?
Sila. Sila. Sila.
Batini, location.
Sila.
Asabe, siwu, bisiwu.
Sila.
Asabe, siwu, bisiwu. Asabe, siwu, bisiwu. Asabe, location. Batini, oh, lolo.
Which one is this one?
Amigos, oh, lolo. Batini, hey, wena. Batini, hey, wena. Say what's going on? My name is Robot Boy. But you guys can call me Robot. Asambe Linda, Salari. Which one is this one now?
Not the normal.
Wait, Thailand. We Railang. Wait, Thailand. We Railang.
Wait.
Ebatin.
Issue.
Salari.
Which one is this one?
Issue. Asa. Ebatin.
Salar.
Asa. Batin. Salari. Asa.
Show, para kima yoki mali salar. You na masushi masabi wasam.
Aba na makita nengani ne wacho. Kogo da biyane kwaru mawa. Umena makita ne samu wacho. Kogo te batini no nado kumjai. Kogo na matana ne kabe ya. Kogo da biyane ne kwaru mawa. Asa. Asabe, let's say one. short. Celebrate the salary, salary. No put the person funny salary, salary. No about to wear for the salary, salary. No about what the salary, come on. Abanya wanna money salary, salary. When I feel the salary, salary. Paga me the salary, ne man. Feel it up in the money, salary. Pero uma vez na batalha, clube Torila, Pavela na massa, Uweza na mayi, Bueno mami, Ulale yo kibisa, Oile swani, Yama kibese na batalha, clube Torila. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Stop! Kali pakari, pakari, pakari. Kuna le mali, salari, salari, salari. Roboto, roboto, roboto. Kali pakari, pakari, pakari. Kuna le mali, le mali, le mali. Giù salari, salari, salari. Roboto, roboto, roboto. Kali pakari, pakari, pakari. Spuna le mali, le mali, le mali. Giù salari, salari, salari. Roboto, roboto, roboto. Kali pakari, pakari, pakari. Spuna le mali, le mali, le mali. Giù salari, salari, salari. Roboto, roboto, cali bacari, 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 spuna le mali, le mali, le mali, giù salari, salari, salari. Roboto, 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 cali bacari, 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 spuna le mali, le mali, le mali, giù salari, i salari, i salari. Let's not forget to vote. Happy Freedom Day. My name is Robot Boy Ishu. Danko. Which one is this one? Which one is this one? Okay.
Issue. Ah, calma, calma. Issue.
Mr. President, as you can see, the celebrations have just started. Before we give a vote of thanks, inviting our Deputy Mayor of the city. Tonight, Mr. President, many of these young ministers who are sitting in front of me were going to Mpumalanga to celebrate this popular culture of young people you see, because they've defined what young people are about today. I want to thank them very much. We want to thank ministers and deputy ministers, but also countries that are represented in South Africa. To the people of Palestine, we repeat our message: Palestine will be free. The Palestine of today is South Africa of yesterday. That is our bond with the people of Palestine. May I invite you, your Honorable Deputy Mayor, to give a vote of thanks, Dr. Moya.
His Excellence, our Honorable President, Mr. Ramaphosa, Honorable Deputy President, former President, Honorable Thabo Mbeki, Honorable Ministers present here, the Deputy Ministers, Members of Parliament, Honorable Premier Lesufi, Honorable MECs present here, my colleagues from the City of Tshwane Council, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Mahoshi that are present here, leaders of faith-based organizations, esteemed guests, officials from all spheres of government, and most importantly, fellow citizens of the Republic of South Africa. Program Director, all protocol observed. It was with great honor and privilege that I extend my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for gracing the city of Tshwane with your presence on this momentous occasion of the 30th celebration of Freedom Day. On behalf of our Executive Mayor, His Worship Councillor Brink, and the entire administration of the city of Tshwane, I convey our warm greetings and sincere welcome to you all. The decision to host the 30th anniversary celebrations of Freedom Day in Tshwane is indeed a significant honor to us. Regardless of age, gender, or status, this event unites us all in commemorating the journey towards freedom and democracy in our beloved country. As the administration that presides over this historic city, we are privileged to oversee various heritage sites and symbolic landmarks that narrate the rich tapestry of our nation's history. The legacy of our past, characterized by both triumphs and challenges, has paved the way for this vibrant city we proudly call home. The history of the capital city, the Jacaranda city, is undeniably intertwined with the history of South Africa. Since its establishment in 1852, significant decisions have been made within the walls of the city, some beneficial, others detrimental. Wars were declared and peace was negotiated in the city. Countless individuals of influence were born and laid to rest in this city. Freedom fighters were prosecuted and sentenced in our palaces of justice, with many martyrs meeting their fate at the gallows. Their sacrifice continues to nourish the tree of freedom. Today, we commemorate them all. The current generation, descendants of these forefathers, inhabit a nation shaped by their aspirations, ideologies, fears, and struggles. With 30 years of growth and learning from their triumphs and challenges, we now stand at a pivotal point. In closing, I express our heartfelt gratitude to all of you for your presence at this commemoration. We sincerely thank you for commemorating this special day with us, and we wish you a safe journey home. Let us continue to honor the legacy of our past as we look towards a future filled with hope and progress. I thank you.
Amandla, President Ramaphosa, Amandla. On my behalf and on behalf of the MEC Musupye, Khotso Bena Lerina, Aziwe.
One. Mic check. Thank you, my DJ. Oh, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ashe Malagai. It is such a great pleasure to have you here. Do you guys know this beautiful man? La Motema. La Motema. All right. Thank you so much for honoring this invitation, ma.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Good Dumela. Molweni. Abshe. Dimadegwa. I'm not sure Madegwana means Kitsuba Matekwani or what is it? Sanbonani. Whoa, but everything is still off. Where's my dearest president? Eet Gavai. Was die meneer van die Kasi? Ook hy meneer wa Kasi? Omo, dumela ntate president. Dumela ntate president, awunake phela besigeleza sonke le Kasi. Can I go and greet the president? Yes. Whoops. Yeah. There we go. It says, Silili. Molweni. Dumela. Zizi. Dumela. Ritelika. Ntwana yaka. No, let me step aside. Kintwana yaka Nerigeleza kaufela koSoweto. Akiri wena no geleza koSkanondwana. Nana ki geleza koMatsike, Orlando West High. And I don't have any disrespect for my president, but we were born in the same year. I don't hide my age, Molweni Tatumbe. Except Paul, who's it? Intwana zami le, oh no intwana yak. Deputy President kintwana yak. Kintwana. So nerigeleza kaufela, we were born in 1952. Yeah. But abanye intanga zethu sezigugile sezihamba ngathi amawiper. My favorite lady, Naledi. I'm sorry, can I just call you Brasirin? Ukraine. Enjoy the show. Thank you for inviting us. I love this young man. This young man, I think one day you should be our next president. I'm endorsing you.
What's up? I want. I'll do. I'll three. Hey. What's up? What's up? Okay, DJ, mañana. All right, cool. Guys, you guys know that we've got such an awesome lineup coming.
Excellent.
Courtesy of our government that loves us so much as the youth. And of course, we're going to be catering for the elderly people. I go by the name of Liquid Meeting, Fanago Bidoro, amazing issue. Guys, we've got KO. We've got Kamumpela. Areta Maerona. Yeah, Xazova late, Xazova mna. Our DJ. Issue. You feel it?
Hello, can you give me sound on this mic?
imoto ngathemba isikorokoro thenga imoto ngathemba isikorokoro thenga imoto ngathemba isikorokoro everybody push push isikorokoro kubula sanja push push isikorokoro push isikorokoro push isikorokoro kubula sanja
Oh yeah.